Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. This is a pre-recorded video 02. This is a continuation from video 01, and in the previous video we have learned the basic concept of chemical bonding. In this video I'm going to introduce you to the first type of chemical bonding, which is ionic bonding, or also known as electrovalent bonding. I am very sure that you guys are familiar with ionic bonding. Ionic bonding is formed by electrostatic force between positive and negative ions through electron transfer. Ionic bonds are formed when electrons are transferred from one atom to another. In this case, cations, or atom which donates electrons, becomes positively charged, and the atom which receives electron becomes negatively charged. So there are cations and there are anions, positively charged and negatively charged together. They attract together electrostatically. So this electrostatic attraction between the oppositely charged ions is called ionic bond. Other than bond, you can call it as forces or electrostatic forces. The compounds with ionic bond is called ionic compound. This is a general ionic bond in general. This is ionic bonds in general. So basically, we can say that the bond or ionic bond is formed between metal and non-metal. Metal loses electron to form cation. In this case, the IE, or the ionization energy, is low. And the other case, for non-metal, gains electrons to form anion. In this case, electron affinity, or EA, is high. Ionic bond results from positive to negative attraction. Because it occurs because of there are attraction between positively and negatively charged ions. Larger charge makes a stronger attraction, and smaller ion also makes a stronger attraction. Okay, larger charge is the charge, the size, the charge, the strength of the charge. Smaller ion meaning the size of the ions. Smaller ions makes stronger attraction. Lattice energy, or Le, is the release must be high to form stable ionic structures. Le is the energy released by process in which isolated ions comes together to form a crystal or ionic compound. In this case, positively charged ion, for example M plus in gas, plus X minus is anion in gas also, combine together to form Mx in solid. So delta H is E, which is E for lattice energy, and this lattice energy is very high. The properties of ionic compounds are very clear. As we can see in these slides, the first quality or properties of ionic compound is crystalline structure. For example, NaCl, or calcium chloride, or lithium fluoride. It has a crystal structure, which is a crystal meaning that it's ordered arrangements of solids, atoms to become solids, crystal. And then it is a regular repeating arrangement of ions in the solid. For example, in NaCl, the arrangement is NaCl, NaCl, and so on. The third one, ions are strongly bonded between positively and negatively charged ions. The fourth one, structure is very rigid. The fifth one is high melting points. Why? Because of the strong forces between ions. So basically, the melting points of several ionic compounds may be 1000 and more. This is how the anion and cations are stacked together. positively and negatively charged ions like a magnet and form a crystalline structure. You can see the size of anions is much bigger than a cation, and then they actually attract to each other. Now, the question that we have in mind is, do ionic compounds conduct electric? Here is the explanation. Electric is conducted when the charges are allowed to move around. In solids, the ions are locked in place, thus, ionic solids are insulators. Ionic solids are insulators, however, when melted, the ions can move freely. Thus, melted ionic compounds can conduct electrics. Other than that, we need to make them or heat them to 800 degrees Celsius and above, or dissolve in water so that they can conduct electric. This slide shows the formation of ionic bond in lithium fluoride. You can see that one lithium atom loses one electron to form Li+, and one fluorine atom gains one electron from lithium to form F-. Li+ is the cation, F- is anion, attract together to form lithium fluoride. This is another example, ionic bond in calcium chloride. As we can see there, one calcium atom loses two electrons to form Ca2+. Two Cl atoms gain one electron to form 2Cl-. So Ca2+ and Cl- ion attract to form CaCl2. To make it clear, this is what to do when you are asked this type of questions. Predict a formula of the compound formed between calcium and chlorine. So first you need to do is draw the Lewis dot symbols of the elements. In this case, you have to draw calcium and chlorine. Calcium has two dots, 1 and 2. Chlorine has 7. So in this case, calcium must actually transfer the valence electron 1 to one atom of Cl, the other one is another atom of Cl, to become CaCl2, until all electrons are lost from the metal atoms and all nonmetals atoms have 8 electrons. This is a try yourself practice as a homework for you. Please check the answers with your lecturer. See you in the next video. Thank you.